Okay, this is 1.1. We're going to be talking about understanding and calculating some simple interest problems. Okay, so let's try some of these warm-up questions first. We have $500 times 2.5% times 3. So we have 500 times, now 2.5% is the same as 0.025 because it's just 2.5 divided by 100 times 3. And then just calculate that out. We'll take our calculator here and we will move it over here out of the way, and we'll punch the numbers in. 500 times 0.025 times 3 equals, and we get 37.5. 37.5. Okay, so here on number 2 we have 1,000 times 3% times 35 over 365. Okay, so what we can do with that, move this over here, let's clear it. We can take 1,000 times, now 3% is the same as 0.03, which is 3 divided by 100. That's what 3% means. And we've got times the fraction 35 over 365. Well, we can do it a couple of ways. We can multiply it by 35, and then we hit the divided sign if you have a calculator like this, and it will take that 35 and divide it by 365. It will do that order of operations first, and then multiply it by 0.03, and then multiply it by 1,000. Okay, and we get 2.87. Okay, so this is 1,000 times 0.03, and then our answer was, go back to our calculator, 2.87. We're on it to 2.88. 2.88. Okay. All right, so we're talking about interest. You can invest money and earn interest. Invest means to give your money to the bank or give it to an investment firm, and they will put it away in some kind of an account, and they will invest it for you, and you will earn interest on your money. You earn a percent on your money, and percent is usually calculated per year. Okay, so there's some key terms that you have to know here. Okay, you have to know what the word invest means: interest, principal, interest rate, time, simple interest, and amount. Okay, so to invest means to use savings to earn extra income. Interest is the money paid for the use of invested or borrowed money. Principal is the money invested or borrowed, or the money that you start out with, or the money that you're going to borrow. Interest rate is the percent, notice how it's percent, of the principal that is paid or earned as interest. Time is the length of time for investment in years. Simple interest is interest calculated only on the principal invested or borrowed, only on the principal. And amount is the sum of the principal and interest. So we're going to be looking at all of those terms in this chapter. Okay? So we're going to start calculating simple interest. So to calculate the simple interest earned on an investment, use this formula. Interest I, as the variable I, is equal to the principal. That's the money that you're going to start out with, P, times interest rate, R, and it's in a percent, times time, T, in years. So in short, I is equal to PRT. Okay? Hint, 2.5% per year means interest is charged at a rate of 2.5% per year, or at an annual rate. The word annual, another important term here, means per year. Okay? So let's do a problem. Let's do an example here. David is a sprinkler system installer. He invested $1,500 in a guaranteed investment certificate, or a GIC, for 2 years. The interest rate is 2.5% per year. How much interest will David earn? Well, we just use the formula. I is equal to PRT. We just plug the numbers in. Interest is equal to the original principal, which is $1,500, times the interest rate. Okay, and the interest rate is 2.5%. So it's going to be 0.025, okay, because it has to be in a decimal, can't be as a percent, times the number of years, and it says for 2 years. Okay, so the interest rate, the amount of interest he's going to earn, we'll just take our calculator, and we'll do 1,500, multiply that by 0.025, which is 2.5%, Multiply that by the number of years he's going to invest it. That's 2. And that means after 2 years at 2.5%, his $1,500, he will get an extra $75 of interest. So David will earn, how much will he earn? He will earn on his $1,500, he will earn $7,500, or sorry, $75, okay, in addition to his $1,500. Okay, very simple formula, just plug the numbers in. To calculate the total amount of investment, use the amount A is equal to the principal plus the interest. So if we wanted to find out how much they have, the amount at the end of the term, then we take the original principal, whatever they invested, and we just add the interest to it. Okay, so nothing really changes in terms of the interest calculation. So Robin is a motorcycle mechanic. She's saving for a new helmet. Robin has saved $600. She invested it for 6 months in a GIC. So 6 months is important to understand because time, when we're talking about the interest formula, is in years, but it says she invested it for 6 months. Okay, so we have to see what we're going to do with that. The interest rate was 1.5% per year. So how much money will Robin have to buy the helmet? Now remember, she's only investing it for 6 months. So how much interest will Robin earn on her GIC? Well, the interest is going to be how much money she started out with, and it says she started out with $600. And I believe that's what she started out with. Yep, $600. Times the interest rate. The interest rate is 1.5%, so that's 0.015. Times, now time has to be in years, but it says 6 months, so we have to go back to what fraction is 6 months of a year? Well, there's 12 months in a year, so 6 over 12 is 0.5 or half a year. Okay, that's what 6 months is. So how much money or interest will she earn? Well, let's just do the calculation. Let's take 600. Let's multiply that by 0.015 and multiply that by 6/12, which is 0.5, half a year, and 4.5. So she's going to make $4.50. So when we're talking about the amount that she's going to have for her helmet, what is the amount Robin will have in 6 months? Well, it's the original money she started out with, which was $600, and we add $4.50 in interest. That means that she's going to have $604.50. So she'll have $604.50 to buy the helmet. Okay? All right. Example number 2. Sue is planning a trip to the United States. She invested $5,000 in a U.S. foreign currency term deposit. The annual interest rate is 0.5%. The deposit matures in 120 days. Okay? So the time that we're given is in days. How much money will Sue have for her trip? Okay, well, we'd use the simple interest formula. How much simple interest will Sue earn? Well, she's investing $5,000. Just plug that into the formula, principal, times the interest rate. The interest rate is 0.5%, so that's 0.005. And if you're not sure how I got that, just take 0.5 and divide it by 100 on your calculator, and you're going to get an answer of 0.005. Now, time is given to us in days, and time in the formula has to be in years. So how many years is 120 days? Well, what we have to do is we have to say, well, it's 120 out of 365 days in a year. Okay? So the interest is just going to be 5,000 times 0.005 times 120 divided by 365. So let's take our calculator and let's do calculation in our calculator. 5,000 times 0.005 times 120 divided by 365. And we get an answer of $8.22. $8.22. So in 120 days, in her $5,000 investment, she earned $8.22. Okay, so what is the amount Sue will have in 120 days? Well, it'll be the original $5,000 plus the interest that she earned was $8.22. So the amount of money she's going to have is $5,008.22. So Sue will have earned $5,008.22 for her trip. Okay, so go ahead and start the practice.